Test, test, test. Da, 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 da. That looks good. All right, everybody. What is up? It is sysadmin Sean here, and we are doing a a live stream about day 17 of the Linux Upskill Challenge. Now, I pointed this out in the video, and the video's been out, I don't know, less than a day, but I really wanted to work on it. Essentially, let me show Firefox real quick. Bloop. So day 17 is literally get build essential, grab this file, which is not the newest version, but I think as of the writing of this episode, this was the version. Get it, look at it, open it, and then do configure, make, and make install. And of course, there is notes. They don't really mention anything about this. In fact, it's very straightforward. Many packages. Here what each step does. And it just kind of assumes that it works. It doesn't. As you can see in the video, at least it didn't on mine, and I kind of went over a few reasons why, but we're gonna go over it a little bit more. So tune in with me and follow along if you want to, or give me some hints and guidance as to what maybe you did to fix these issues. I'm gonna pull this out so I can see that. Have that going there. I don't need this. Okay. So the first thing we need to do is we want to clean up our environment. So let's get that ready. I think we were doing everything as root, which is fine for this example. Let's see if nmap and stuff is in there. Actually, we weren't. We were doing it as target mask. So first, let's get rid of these tar files. rm-rf nmap 7. We can just do that. That's going to clear out all of that, right? No nmap is existing. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure that build essentials is installed, which I'm pretty sure it is, but we will do it again anyway, just in case. Sudo apt install build essential. And as you can see, already installed it on the latest version. Cool beans. So step 2 is to get the source code. So we are going to go to nmap.org. And we are going to get, they've got RPM files here. So, I mean, you don't even have to. It's just, they want you to try this. tar.bz2. So let's grab this one. Copy link. And then we will wget that file. And there it is. And then the next step is to untar it. I'm almost positive. tar jxvf nmap. Yep. Sudo tar jxvf nmap. And that's going to make the new folder with all the source code in it, like we've discussed in the past in the videos. We're going to go into that folder, right? Everything is in there. And the next step is going to be configure, make, and make install. Now, I don't want to do that just yet because we have tried this before on the system. So I want to verify something real quick. Let's do man make, because I want to look here. Make utility, blah, 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 options. What I'm looking for is there is a man clean, which is supposed to clear out stuff. Or a make clean all. And I just see options in here. Okay, that doesn't help me. So let's Google it. Make clean all. I'm pretty sure that is the, yeah, how to clean executable using make clean. So we can do make clean, and we can do make clean all. So let's do sudo make clean. Sudo make clean all. No rule to make target clean. Stop. So we should be good. So we will do our .configure. No flags. Oh, sudo .configure, because we did everything as sudo. So we're good here. The only error so far is for OpenSSL, which I don't really care about right now. It's not important. It's just no problems. We're rolling through it. Seems fine. Make sure my stream looks good. Stream looks good. Hopefully the audio and everything is okay. It looks a little quiet, but it doesn't look too quiet. So it's going to use defaults there. I saw user local for the user prefix. Who knows? Maybe that's our problem. Maybe we shouldn't be doing all this with sudo commands. I really feel like you're supposed to. Okay, we've done that part. Now we do sudo make. And this is usually where we get the error file. So let's see what kind of error we get this time, and we will go from there. Hope everybody's having a nice, relaxing weekend. It's Sunday for me. If it's a different time, let me know. Let me know where you're at, where you're watching from. I feel like this is not going to get a lot of views since I did not schedule it, but you know, it'll be available for folks to watch afterwards. Hey, what's up, Cade? Welcome to the random live stream. It's going. We're trying to compile Nmap following that Linux Upskill Challenge Day 17. But as you can see, we got a build error too here. So warning, AC local -1.16 is missing on your system. You should only need it if you modified. I didn't, or didn't do that. The AC local program, part of the new automake package. So really, that shouldn't matter. We didn't make any modifications. So we should just be able to do sudo make install. But we can't because of this makefile 135 build PCRE error 2 and this aclocal.m4 error. So let's find out if there's any information about it. First, let's do this. Sudo apt install aclocal. Is that a thing? Doesn't seem like it's a thing. Sudo apt install automake? I don't think that's a thing either. Oh, it is a thing. Look at that. Auto dev tools. This is shot in the dark troubleshooting right now. I don't recommend anyone does this, but we're going to give it a shot here. Try search. Yeah. Oh, I could try apt search. But I think I found it. I think it was in automake, but so we're going to do sudo make again. And let's see if it fixes whatever problem that was. Oh, look. Yeah, that's going to get it. More than likely that fixed it. This is going to be much quicker than I thought. So really, if that's the case, all we need to do is report that the documentation on the webpage needs to be updated a little bit for day 17. Only if you're using the newest version of Nmap, it looks like. You need to have automake. Build Essential doesn't get everything you need. I didn't even try this on Red Hat. Probably need the same tools, Build Essential and automake. How are you doing today, Kate? How are your sysadmin life going? Anything exciting on your end? Are you doing these Linux skill up challenge things, or are you just kind of checking out a live stream? Couple more warnings. I'm not too worried about that. Starting this amazing career so seven. I guess I'm a newbie, so I'm still at day three, but I'm blessed. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Um, Welcome to the world of sysadmining. It's pretty interesting a lot of the time, and then it's really frustrating other times. But that's sort of any job when you get down to it. Um, I apparently love it, even though I complain about it quite a bit because I keep coming back to doing sysadmin work. As long as I can find new things to do, I find that being a sysadmin is really fun. It's when I'm kind of stuck in the cycle, like a big thing for sysadmins is lifecycle management. Finding your systems that are about to go end of life and OS and hardware, and then getting quotes to replace hardware, and then finding out which OS you can upgrade to, making sure that stakeholders are aware, updating applications to meet those needs, clearing out vulnerabilities. Those kind of things are really humdrum to me, but like learning new stuff about different types of file systems or new products with ways to do my job easier, that always makes for a fun time. So the early days for sure are probably the best times to be a sysadmin because everything is new and it's all exciting. um we're utilizing a new monitoring system at work, so that's been pretty fun to learn. I've been building a lot of new service checks and system template things so that we don't have to figure out how to monitor stuff. We can just do monitor stuff. All right, so what do we got here? No module named build. So do we need the Python module? We'll see what happens. Sudo make install. Let's see if this errors again. I was planning on go full cybersecurity career path, but decided to make a little detour with Linux, and here I am learning Linux with sysadmin style. I think that's honestly pretty good. Yeah, we gotta need so we need Python 3 pip install. Let's see. Is it -m install pip? I think it's that. Nope. Let's see which Python I'm using. Which Python 3 am I using? Okay, so sudo apt install pip. That should grab it from my version of Python. Yeah. So this just needs to be another step in the documentation of this compile lesson, is that you also need to have Python and some packages installed. It is. It is. There's a lot of folks that go into cybersecurity without a background in sysadmin, and that's not the end of the world because there's a lot in cybersecurity that isn't dealing with systems. Like, for instance, we have an identity management person. They're not really working with systems, but they're working with rules on how to handle accounting and monitoring and onboarding, offboarding, and things about making sure that data is secure on user accounts. And that's not really a sysadmin thing. What did I say? Build? What? Am I dumb here? Do that. Oh yeah, this. Sudo pip install build. It's fine. I didn't type right. Break system packages. Do not do this. I'm just doing it because I want to see if I can get this sorted. Yeah. All right, that's all done. Sudo make. Let's try again. Now that we have Python and pip and build made. So all of that's running through. But there is the other side, especially if you're going into like pen testing or vulnerability management or logging, things like that, knowing kind of what you're going to expect from log files and, which operating systems have which kind of vulnerabilities and which kind of vulnerability alerts can be semi-ignored. Having a sysadmin background, I think, helps a lot. You know what might work? We'll probably find something else that's broken. Oh yeah, it looks like it will work this time. Sudo make install. Oh, we still got an error. Because it's mad about the goofy Python nonsense. I can just do that myself. Pip install ZenMap. -- break system packages. And this is why you shouldn't do -- break system packages. Oh. Really? That's specifically the command. Oh, it's in their thing. I don't do these virtual environments very often. Can I do it this way and just let root do it? No. It's gonna be mad. Yeah. I bet it throws that same error about ZenMap. Yep. I know there's a way to break this. And make this warning go away. But it's something I shouldn't show you how to do. There. Are we maybe done now? We'll run make install one more time. Yeah, it's just going to throw out the ZenMap. So let's see if we actually have a new nmap. We'll update DB to update our locate database. And then let's do locate nmap. And there should be a new one in like user local. Well, there's user share nmap. So let's see what's mounted to our nmap. -v 795. So there we go. We have installed nmap 7.95. All we had to do was add automake, break Python, and add 2 packages to Python, pip and build, so that it could do the Python part and then build ZenMap. And that's how you fix day 17. I guess. I don't really like that. I'm not gonna lie, I do not do when I'm doing compiling, I just don't compile very often. It's not something that a lot of sysadmins like doing because again, we like package managers and maintaining consistent. But let's see if it's on here. Apt install spec. Is that available? Probably not because I don't have a repo for it. I don't think they make one. Let me check something real quick. Open HPC. Yeah, I didn't think so. I like using OpenHPC, and it's really more of a Red Hat thing. So it doesn't really work on Ubuntu, or at least documentation from random Google search does not show that. But essentially, I don't do a lot of compiling as a sysadmin. It's good to know that it's a thing. It's much better when documentation from the vendor explains exactly all the prereqs you're going to need and all the commands. And I think maybe Nmap even has that. Let's look at nmap.org real quick here. And let's go to documentation. We'll go to English. We'll go to, that's how to use it. Let's see if there's an install guide. It looks like for the most part, they kind of expect you to not build it from source. I'm looking quick to see if there's an install guide that I can show folks. Sometimes it's on like a GitHub. Yeah, they realistically, here is, let me just zoom in on this real quick, just so folks can see it. This is it. Open up the tar file, run configure, make, and then make install. And then here's the instructions. So they don't even go over the prereqs that we had to go grab. It would have been nice if they had done that. Because they're assuming that your distro is going to have everything that whatever they built it on has. And they don't really give you great info about that here. Linux distros, RPMs. Yeah, honestly, grabbing the RPM and installing it is fine. Doing yum is fine. They do. They assume a lot of things. And the problem is a lot of folks assume the same stuff. Let's see if I can think of a good GitHub repo. No, I can't because I don't use them very often. But they basically just assume that if you're building from source code, you know what you need to build from source code. And that's not always the case. You don't always have everything you need, because why would you put it on there? If you don't need to compile from source all the time, you're not going to base install from source. It's just, you're not going to have all those packages because you don't need them. You would just do apt install or DNF install. And I mean, they tell you about the environmental flags, which is good. This is important. This is all related to how to use the .configure. But there's no prereqs. Not a single list of prereqs, which should be right here. It should say, make sure you have da 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 da, and make sure you have da 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 da. This will use these packages. But that's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's just really frustrating when you go to compile something and you've done it over and over and over and you just keep getting error after error. You start to lose interest in wanting to do compile, and you just want to do, you know, sudo, just an apt install nmap. I don't even know if nmap's on here. Yeah, 7.94 is the one I have via apt. And then we have 7.95 from compile code. But again, that's why I like to use apt and yum. I go to the repos, it installs all the prereqs for me, it does all the work for me, and then I know that it's going to get updated. Since I've built this from code, or from source code, that 7.95 is not going to get updated unless I remember I did it, and then I go in and redo it when there's new versions. So yeah. Ugh. But honestly, that's about it. Let's see. Channel updates. I have 10 gig networking. Soon I will be showing off how to move from 1 gig networking to 10 gig networking. I think I can do it without downtime. So I'm going to try to show that as much as I can. and give folks an idea of what it's like to do a maintenance window, because I will need to do a maintenance window for a little bit of it, just kind of to show how a maintenance window works. What else we got going on? I'm going to show off using shared storage with Proxmox as opposed to using Ceph, because I kind of feel like going to NFS for a little while, especially now that I've got 10 gig networking. What else? Oh, I think I'm going to do a series on setting up monitoring services. I might start simple with like Nagios and then do a second one with Zabbix, because honestly, Nagios and Ashinga are kind of the same thing. And all the other ones I don't know how to do, so I'm not going to show those off. And then maybe some more HPC stuff, and then we'll see what people ask for at the end of the Linux Upskill Challenge, if they want some more high-level sysadmin troubleshooting, kind of like what we did on this live stream, or if there's a piece of software people want to learn a little bit more about, or if they have like bash scripting questions, anything like that. So we'll give all of that a show, and but it'll come after all the Linux Upskill Challenge videos. I might start doing some recording. I wish I could show everything, but I just don't have the resources to like have a good camera set up down in my quote unquote data center, which is just my basement. To kind of show what I'll be doing and how we do all that stuff, I'll probably just take some photos or maybe some simple, slow stock footage of the different pieces of equipment. And then, yeah, we'll just keep on keeping on. But thank y'all for coming out, and we figured out how to fix day 17, and or at least something that they need to make sure they recommend when using the Nmap lesson for compiling from code. There are much simpler things to do code compiling off of that maybe they might want to change to instead. But also, I think it's kind of good that they have a lesson in here that needs you to dig a little deeper. There's a real big part of sysadmining, which is just you learning to troubleshoot and learning how to use your intuition, read, the output, instead of just going, oh, it didn't work, what do I do? Like, I was just like, oh, okay, I know how to get around this. I can see that. I see what it's asking for here. But that's it. And we'll see you later. Thanks, everybody, for stopping by. Have a good one.